from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
Hundreds of people gathered to catch a glimpse and hear from Bernie Sanders, who is rallying supporters in South Dakota. Good evening, everyone. The push for delegates continues among the presidential candidates. Bernie Sanders is in South Dakota and will be in Fargo tomorrow.
And former President Bill Clinton will be here on May 20th, a week from tomorrow, to stump for his wife, Hillary. Valley News Team Giovanna Simic tells us how candidates are doing everything to secure delegate votes, even in a traditionally conservative state.
His message really resonates with me personally. I'm really excited that he's here in North Dakota.
Julian Dahlquist, who has worked for Bernie Sanders' campaign, knows the importance of the candidates coming to North Dakota.
In this stage of the campaign, every state matters, every vote matters. You have two candidates that are so immensely qualified and so thoughtful and well-researched on the issues.
The numbers indicate Hillary Clinton is in the lead. But Bernie Sanders says he's not giving up anytime soon.
I think it makes for a very vibrant campaign. I think that the fact that they agree on so many things, but each one brings their own strengths to this race.
While the former Secretary of State holds a delegate lead, the Vermont senator isn't going away and continues to rack up wins and gain delegates. The candidates are trying to sway voters before the North Dakota Democratic presidential caucuses on June 7th. Making North Dakota a vital player in the presidential sweepstake.
I think there's times, yes, we do feel in North Dakota that we are overlooked because maybe of our size or because maybe the presumptive way that we go on presidential elections.
North Dakota will send 23 delegates, including 5 superdelegates, to the National Convention in July, creating some tension before the National Convention.
We do appreciate when people on the national scene do pay attention to us, and that they make the point of coming here, of talking to their supporters here, of bringing their message here in person. I think that has huge impact.
You need to go to rallies. You need to hear the candidates speak. You need to educate yourself in every way possible.
Giovanna Simic, Valley News Live.
And we're told both the Clinton and Sanders campaigns are opening offices in North Dakota. Meanwhile, Valley News Live will stream Bernie Sanders' rally live on our website, which begins at 2 p.m.
A bit windy and cloudy out there today, and cool enough to even throw on a light jacket. Let's head over to Hutch Johnson to see if it's going to clear up anytime soon. Hutch?
Thanks, Andrea. We are seeing an abundant amount of cloud cover over the Southern Valley and Northern Valley right now, but there'll be a chance for some clearing skies, and that usually means cooler temperatures. Only 57 in Fargo for a peak reading today, but it was 11 degrees cooler in Devil's Lake. The winds remain gusty to 30 miles per hour from the northwest in the FM area at this hour. Radar pretty quiet until we get north of the international border. There is the concern for some frost tonight for the Devil's Lake Basin, including Carrington, New Rockford, all the way up towards Candu and all the way east to Baudette. It's going to be a chilly overnight there. Please cover up your plants that you've just planted. It does look like we'll be in the 40s as we head to bedtime tonight, and 30s will be making an appearance in the FM area. I'll have details in your hour-by-hour forecast and what you can expect and when we warm up in a moment.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
You bet.
Police are trying to track down a suspect involved in a forced burglary early this morning in South Moorhead, which led to an hour-long search of a neighborhood on the Fargo side. The whole thing started around 2 a.m. in Moorhead when police were chasing a car believed to be involved in an attempted burglary. The chase went into Fargo, and police found the car abandoned in the 1400 block of 8th Street South. Police had intersections blocked off along University Drive, but did not find the person they were looking for. Investigators are trying to determine if the suspect and the victims know each other.
Power's back on for certain customers of Cass County Electric. About 140 were left in the dark for a time near Fargo's Old Industrial Park. That's Main Avenue to 12th Avenue North and 45th Street to I-29. A spokesperson for Cass County Electric said there was a lot of digging going on in that area and a breaker tripped. Speaking of power outages, XL Energy sent a letter to customers explaining the 7 outages that they've had in a month's time. The letter says they recognize the inconvenience, adding that they're doing all they can to improve reliability. XL says the recent outages motivated them to strengthen their efforts. If you'd like to read the full letter and past stories on the outages, go to our website at valleynewslive.com.
It's pothole season, and people in South Fargo want to see the ones in their South Fargo neighborhood fixed. A woman called our whistleblower hotline asking for help after potholes have done damage to her car and also a friend's vehicle. The woman lives in the Buena Vista Mobile Home Court off of 42nd Avenue South. When our crews drove around that area, they found some large and small potholes, one so deep it had an orange traffic cone in it. The roads there are private and not maintained by the city.
At least 3 years, the roads have been so bad with the potholes that you have to drive down the middle just so your tire doesn't hit one of them.
The mobile home park is run by Equity Lifestyle Properties. It runs properties all across the county, perhaps country. The local manager says they have a vendor coming to fix them and can only do so much. And this story came to us through our whistleblower hotline. If you need help with an issue in your community, give us a call at 237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will do our best to expose the truth.
Petition signatures were submitted earlier this week surrounding Marsy's Law. It's a proposed constitutional amendment that's expected to be on the November ballot. Supporters say it would boost crime victims' rights. Well, today, opponents are speaking out. The North Dakota Lawyers Association says this law would erode the rights of the accused. They also say it's too ambiguous, which could lead to court cases.
I have failed to see in any media out there a North Dakota victim who has come forward and said, this is how I was mistreated in the process. We just haven't seen it.
While the state's Lawyer Association opposes the measure, the North Dakota Sheriffs and Deputies Association has endorsed it.
We have a short-term lane closure in the West Acres area to tell you about. Northbound traffic on 38th Street South is reduced to one lane from 13th Avenue to the I-29 southbound on-ramp. That's the area from the Holiday Inn north toward Paradiso. Construction crews are working on a storm sewer, but they should be done by the end of the day on Monday.
Valley City's looking for a new mayor. Bob Werkhoven says he's leaving the position due to health issues. NewsDakota.com reports that earlier this year, 4 city employees filed a grievance against Werkhoven for creating a hostile work environment. He denied those claims and says they aren't related to the resignation.
A group of Fargo police officers' wives say they prepared for the worst and the worst happened. Rachel Mosier was one of the founding members of the Fargo Fraternal Order of Police Auxiliary that was formed just months before her police officer husband was shot and killed while responding to a domestic dispute.
If this were to happen again, I definitely feel like I would be one of the people right there to say, I actually know what you're going through and I'm there for you.
Tonight on Valley News Live, 10 at 10, what moved our local police officers' wives to create a group to support each other and how it has already proven crucial in the healing process for Officer Jason Mosier.
Today marked a big payoff for Carson Wentz. Later in sports, what the Philadelphia Eagles are willing to pay him.
And the coldest weather across our nation here in the northern plains. And thanks to the fact that we have north winds across the region, even colder air is heading our way. I'll have the frosty details in your hour-by-hour forecast next.